Social shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thugs in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yo, man, big up people. Good morning to everybody. Monday morning, so you guys already know the vibes and the ties. Yeah, man, hope everyone had a good weekend. Hands up if your team, collected 3 points. Hands up if your team is, of course, top of the league, soon to be Premier League champions and all of that good stuff, or La Liga champions, whichever way you kind of want to look at it. But yeah, no, man, big up everybody in the building. Again, the usual, housekeeping stuff, guys. Please make sure you are smashing the like button. Please make sure you do share and subscribe to the damn channel. So we're here again for another monthly review. This time we are looking at the month of September. Obviously last month it was the beginning of Arne Slot's time at Liverpool. Beginning of time at Liverpool Football Club, taking over Jurgen Klopp, our first few games and all that kind of good stuff. And I think after that first month, and then, by the way, just so that everybody knows, because I know you can see the title, it says 4 out of 5. Obviously, the Manchester United fixture was technically, I think, on the 1st of September, but we included it, or I included it in my last review for August. So it's not going to be included, within this one. But yeah, I think after those, first 3 games, before the international break, I think, Liverpool were, really, really good. Played 3 games. We hadn't conceded a goal. We were scoring goals, clean sheets, all of that kind of good stuff. And I think everyone was, kind of in good spirits. And to be fair, I don't think that's really changed, too much. And we've just seen a bit more football. Big up everybody, of course, inside. Big up Ends in the building, guys. After this stream, you will be redirected to Ends' stream at 12:30. So yeah, once we finish up here, redirected there. So make sure you join myself, Ends, Savage, the rest of the gang over there. Big up Akeem in the building. Hope you're doing well this morning, man. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, as I was saying, it's been an interesting month. It's been an interesting month. Obviously, the first set of fixtures we had like Ipswich, Brentford, Manchester United. That was like a welcoming to the Premier League, because you had different types of teams. You had your promotion teams, you had your established kind of Premier League team in a team like Brentford. But of course, Brentford, they play good football. They're difficult to play at times, etc., etc. And then, of course, you had the shithole, which is Manchester United. And to be honest, Manchester United are one of them teams. You have no idea what United is going to turn up. Are they going to be the United of last season? Where they can beat Manchester City in a cup final. Where they can beat Liverpool in the FA Cup as well. Or is it going to be the Manchester United that we saw at the weekend, getting slapped 3-0 by Spurs at home? You never really know. But we navigated that fixture really, really well. Big up Pups in the building, guys. Make sure you head on over to Bajan Reds TV. Keep saying we've played no one good. Being real, these performances will not carry from Chelsea onwards. Don't worry, man. We will talk about it. So yeah, let me take off this banner. Don't need all of that. So yeah, obviously you can see these have been our fixtures since that United fixture. So obviously we've had Nottingham Forest, AC Milan, Bournemouth, West Ham, and then it finished up with Wolverhampton Wanderers. So you can see out of those, 5 games, we have won 4 of them, unfortunately losing 1. That one obviously came against Nottingham Forest, and it was so crazy because it was, just after the international break, kind of thing. So everyone's kind of buzzing. Everyone's like, yo, yeah, you know what? We're going to come back. The players, people getting gassed at, what was it? The Gravenberch pass, can't remember who the hell they played. The Netherlands played in that game, all of these kind of good stuff. You know what I mean? Like players have been playing well international duty, and we were coming off the back, of good victories. Then we come up against, Nottingham Forest, and then we lose 1-0. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, and then the Hyper Bowl, this is where, in my personal opinion, I feel like the hyperbole kind of, really took place. This is where I felt like, okay, cool. You know what? Liverpool fans really are quite up and down, with their kind of perception on things and, stuff like that, because the way that people kind of reacted to this defeat was it was mad. It was mad. In my personal opinion, I thought it was crazy. Like, it's like we'd all forgotten the first three games, and then all of a sudden come up against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, we lose, and of course, be upset, be angry, all of that stuff. That's absolutely fine. But Jesus, it was mad. It was so crazy the way that people were speaking, about certain players, in the team, the same players that you've been praising, literally one game ago. So yeah, this was kind of a weird one. It was a fantastic goal, by the way, a goal worthy of winning any football match, if I'm being totally honest with you, from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Bent that into the corner. Allison, Bradley, all of them, it just wasn't really working out for them in that game. But, it is what it is. Then we moved on to the midweek, our first game in the Champions League, back in the Champions League after we were knocking around in that second tier competition last season where we didn't even win it, unfortunately. But, we're back, where we belong. You know what I mean? I'd rather be playing, Champions League football than Europa League football. At least I know the teams in this competition. And our first game was up against AC Milan. Now, obviously, AC Milan hadn't been doing well in Serie A. They've had their own problems, with certain players underperforming, Rafael Leao, the Teo Hernandez's, players of that kind of ilk, not really performing. They've got their own off-field, would I say, somewhat quote-unquote issues. But either way, going to the San Siro is not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be an easy game, but we ended up beating them 3-1. And to be honest with you, first 15, 20 minutes of that game, I was a bit like, Jesus Christ, is this going to be, it's almost like a hangover. And this is going to be a reoccurring theme, throughout the, the fixtures that we're gonna talk about. But yeah, either way, we were able to kind of after a while, once we settled in, we were able to really bop them, in my opinion, in any way, off the park. Towards the end of the game, it was a little bit sketchy, but listen, a 3-1 win away at the San Siro, that's always going to be a good victory, regardless. Do you know what I mean? We can always pinpoint, and we can always, as we always do you know what I mean? When we do the analysis and stuff like that, the analysis has to look at both good and bad, of the game kind of thing, unless the entire game is just perfect, which is going to be quite a rarity for anybody. But ultimately, we were able to, get that victory. Gravenberch again picking up another man of the match award in this period of time. I can't remember who I had. I think I had Cody Gakpo actually for this game, but Gravenberch was also good as well. Then we moved on to Bournemouth. We were back in the Premier League, so we wanted to get that victory, after losing to Nottingham Forest after the international break, back at Anfield as well. This is where Nunes obviously got his start, and of course, Nunes, so said, so done. he scored a very, very good goal, by the way, in this game. Again, another game where Liverpool didn't really start off well. I remember Bournemouth having that disallowed goal before we obviously went on to score first. And then, yeah, it's always like beginning. And again, like I said, it's going to be a reoccurring theme. Beginning of games, we start off, in my opinion, quite poor. Middle of games, really, really good. Ending of games, it goes back to kind of being a little bit poor, a little bit lethargic. Maybe complacency probably starts to set in, because usually we're about, a goal or two up. But in this game, listen, look, 3-0 victory, for the Reds. And as I said, with Nunes getting that goal, which was obviously good for him. Especially because there had been a lot of talk about, Nunes, Jota, who deserves to start and stuff like that. So yeah, another clean sheet as well. So we couldn't really complain, when it come to that kind of period. Then of course we faced West Ham in the Carabao Cup again, just like we did last season. And again, just like last season, another 5-1 victory in this game. Listen, he rotated the team. You saw the likes of Endo playing, obviously Gakpo getting another start, Tsimikas obviously playing, Nunes and Jota actually played, or started, should I say, in this game. And this is where Jota obviously bagged 2 goals in this game. So it's like that kind of conversation, starting to run again in terms of, who do you want to start, who should start, etc., etc. Obviously both of them started. I think Nunes did get an assist, I believe, in that game for Cody Gakpo. But yeah, to be honest, it ended up being an easy game. But again, another game, start off a bit slow. West Ham, getting themselves into good positions, just can't finish, blah, 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 usual stuff. I think they had a goal disallowed as well in this game. So yeah, again, like I said, reoccurring theme. And then, of course, we move on to our last game. You guys already watched my match reaction for that, and you've seen what people have said about this game. 2-1 victory away to Wolves at Molineux Stadium. Probably, in my opinion, our worst performance of the season. If I'm being honest with you, from start to finish, I thought Liverpool were quite poor in the game in terms of in total. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we had our moments, and I think in a game like this, it wasn't even so much about, you know, Wolves were, you know, they were threatening us, and you know they were having chances and they were doing this, and I don't think it was really about that in this kind of game. It just felt like we weren't really, you know, up to our normal standards, so to speak. You know, again, like I said, starting off the game really slow, Wolves intensity level really high, and the thing is, obviously, the Reds already know it, like the experienced players, so the Robertsons, the Salahs, the Van Dijks, Canates, Trents, Robbo, all these kind of guys, they understand by now, I would like to think, what it's like to play for Liverpool. You know already when teams face us, it's like they're cup final, you know, at the end of the day. Excuse me. It's like their cup final. So when we come up against these teams like Ipswich on the first game of the season, like these guys, they're trying to win. We're a big scalp to a lot of teams. You know, and that's something that we need to, do I want to say address? Maybe, yeah, maybe address. Maybe that's something that we definitely need to, you know, kind of look at and kind of fix up, in my personal opinion. You know, because you don't want, there's certain traits that you just don't want to continue throughout a season. It's not really about, I'm not going to say, oh, it's unsustainable or anything like that. I mean, it isn't, but I'm not going to go that far in saying that, you know, it's not really unsustainable. But it is just more about, guys, okay, listen, look, we're not starting off games as strong as we should be. Yes, we are getting into games. And of course, once we click and we get into the game, then boom, bam, bim. But I just don't like the starts of these games that we've been having. If I'm being totally honest, like I'm just not really feeling them. I don't know what it is. And the thing is, we've been doing this for quite a while. This isn't just a this season thing. This is a last season thing as well. That's the bit that's kind of frustrating me at the moment when it comes to Liverpool, is these starts of games. Like, come on, man. Like, we can't be allowing teams like Wolves. Yes, we got the victory in the end, a Mo Salah penalty, fair enough. But that almost masks the performance, because as I say, it was our worst performance so far this season. But the good thing is, reality, you're not going to be able to play perfectly. We know no team can play perfectly throughout the entire season. Heck, I just watched Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid definitely didn't play perfectly in that game, but still got the victory, you know, at the end. And obviously, those are the kind of games that you will need in a season. I don't know how many you need or how many you should be trying to potentially, you know, aim for or get in a season, but you're going to have them. So that's fine, cool. We got the 3 points. So listen, at the end of the day, getting the 3 points is the most important thing. So that's the bit that I'm going to look at and think, okay, cool. You know what? At least we got that done, and at least we got that kind of out of the way. But yeah, man, we need to stop these kind of poor starts, man. I'm just not feeling them. Pops is saying, most definitely our worst game. The power of the midfield gave us some issues, but we got there in the end. 100%, man, 100%. And like I said, it's a reoccurring theme that I just kept kind of seeing, you know, throughout the start, you know, of the season. Big up Don Hussam, my boy. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well, guys. Make sure you head on over to This Is Football and make sure you subscribe. Big up Gary Richards in the building. G, did you see the Ibu and Gravett interview when Ibu was talking about the man of the match, the man of the match from Gravenberch, basically? Did you hear him mention concentration? That concerns me. How do you feel? Yeah. I watched the interview, Pops. I did definitely watch it. Sorry, yes, Hollywood Rock, you're right. Yeah, it was a draw. It was a draw, actually. It was a draw in the end. Yeah, I watched it. I wouldn't say I'm concerned right now. I won't use the word concerned at this present moment in time. Like I said, obviously it's only a few games in. Do you know what I mean? So but you know what I mean in terms of, it's, you just don't want certain traits to continue. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't want that to be a reoccurring theme. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously with this game, especially, obviously Ibu and Allison, I don't know which way people are. It seems like it's kind of 50-50 in terms of the way people are talking about it. For me, that was on Kanate. I think a defender in that kind of position, just clear your fucking lines. Deal with the situation, you know, at hand. And he didn't do that. You can blame Allison if you want to blame Allison. I can understand also from that perspective. But either way, those kind of things, you know, just don't do that, because you don't want to be playing away to a team like Wolves, rock bottom of the Premier League, need a victory, heck, just need a point on the board, or another point, should I say, on the board. You don't want to give these kind of teams momentum. As I said earlier on, teams playing us, it's like a cup final, Champions League final for some of these teams. So when they're playing against us, bro, they're putting in extra effort. You know, them extra yards that you may not I'm not saying, by the way, players don't want to try, but you know, you put up just that little bit extra because you're like, now I'm playing Liverpool. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Liverpool, big club like Liverpool. Now I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show people that we can beat these kind of teams. And even Arne Slot, you know, after the game, you know, because I didn't think Wolves were actually that bad in the game anyway. So they've had a tough start. I think they've had to face, what was it, Arsenal? I think they faced Chelsea, you know, and they've obviously had to face us as well. You know, they've had a difficult start to the, you know, to the Premier League season. So now they've got those games out of the way. They'll probably start to potentially, you know, move up in the Premier League table, because their performances show me that they are a team who can, you know, play some good football. They are a team who maybe in the attacking area, you know, kind of like sort it out. But I just felt that we were almost too. I just think, to me, it just looked like complacency. It really just looked like, yeah, we'll turn up there, we'll get the 3 points. It's funny because we did, but we'll get the 3 points and then we'll just kind of move on, kind of thing. And like I said, I just don't see that. And big up to Sam as well, because he's like, we've done 2 shows now where we've spoken about Liverpool fans getting a bit ahead of their self, you know, so to speak, a bit too giddy is the word that Hassam used. And to be honest, at times I do feel that. But what I like from Arne Slot, yeah, is that he just keeps himself grounded. Obviously, whether that's, again, I don't know too much from his time at Feyenoord. People, if you've been watching his press conferences from his time there, if that's just the way he is, that's just the way he is, yeah. But from how he's shown himself at Liverpool, he ain't getting too giddy. He's told us on multiple occasions, and I think he said it recently as well, about, bro, we're facing teams in the bottom 10 of the Premier League. You should be winning these kind of games anyway. Did you get what I'm trying to say? Probably a bit more convincingly, but you should be winning them regardless. So not to go too far with the analysis that some people have, which is thinking that we're already on the moon, when these times we're still trying to travel to get there. We're still trying to figure out what's the best way to actually, you know, get up there. But listen, man, it is what it is. Big up Promo in the building. Gary, Liverpool needs to be more aggressive in games. Yeah, it's just the start of games, man. I don't know what it bugs the life out of me that we start games like this, because then the middle of the game, all of a sudden now the team wants to start clicking into gear. Now the team wants to start doing whatever they're doing, etc., etc. I'm like, come on, man. Like, why are you not starting off games like this? Like, you can't. I can't see a world where you can keep playing like that in terms of starting off games the way we do. You know, allowing teams all the time, all the space to do their thing, etc., etc. And then we're just going to keep winning games. At some point, a team is going to pick us off. At some point. And the thing is, yes, when obviously we don't concede, clearly we're not conceding a lot of goals. But, you know, after a while, like I said, teams will start to understand. And then what then happens is those teams who only have one chance, they'll start putting those away now. We saw it last season, Crystal Palace at home. One chance, boom, bam. Obviously, they had a few other like half chances in the game, but that one chance, it goes in now. Luton, we've Luton away. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all of a sudden now, these one chances that they were getting before and they weren't scoring, now they're scoring them. Now it makes it a bit more difficult because you're still playing in that kind of period of, we're not really up to it. We're not really up to task until you get to that period. And then obviously, you know, you do your thing. And as we saw against Nottingham Forest, again, don't be complacent, because when you come up against certain teams who do have that one chance, who do have threats, you know, on the counter attack, it can be problematic. It can be really problematic. And when you're fighting for your life down there at the, you know, near the bottom, you know, of the table, bro, it can be absolutely crazy, man. So, you know, it is what it is. Big up Tyler, my guy, man. Big up, man. Much love and appreciation for the super chat, bro. I hope you're doing well this morning. I hope you're doing blessed, and I hope you had a very, very good weekend, man. So I hope you're doing well, man. And again, much appreciation for the super chat. What else have we got in here in the chat? Obviously, we're going to go through my player ratings for this month as well. So I'll be interested to see where you guys are rating the team. Yeah, G, that's why I'm a bit concerned, because we have seen this first and last 15 minutes a bit too often. This is what I'm saying, Pops. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, yeah, like, I don't want to sound pessimistic, and I'm trying this season. I hope you guys have appreciated that I have tried this season. to just be ease up on Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, last season, last 3 seasons, I've been a bit, onto the manager's neck and the way the team play. Yeah, I've said this 100 times. I like the way the team plays. I prefer this kind of football. But at the moment, obviously, we're not there yet, which I totally understand. I just am a little bit worried with certain aspects of our game because I just think that if we're not going to rectify them anyway, that's where I feel that Liverpool can falter. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's even going to come down necessarily to keeping our players fit, so to speak, because I feel like even with our fit players, our all-star team, all first 11, we're still having these problems. It's not like we've got injuries and certain players have had to play and we've got these problems, because then you can maybe, use that as almost an excuse, or, so to speak. And I can be like, okay, you know what? When Trent comes back, when Salah comes back, when Van Dijk, but we've got the first team and these are still the problems. That doesn't really bode well. And it's not like we've got some banging players in reserve to just be like, yeah, don't worry, man. We can just throw on Musiala and Elise and all these kind of guys into the team. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Lamina went all in and was shattered at the end. Yeah, that's why he was crying. That's why he was crying at the end of the game. You look around your team. You guys have played in teams where you're probably the better player in the team, or you've had a better game than everybody else, and you're like, brother, you guys fucking shit, man. Like, what is? I don't care that we're playing Liverpool, man. They were there for the taking, and to be honest, we was there for the taking. Let's not lie to ourselves. Why don't teams do this to City or Arsenal? It's always LFC they take serious. I just think it's the way that these teams kind of play. I actually just think it's the way that they play. It doesn't allow for you to kind of do that. And obviously, where City have got this style of play that we've known for the last however many years, kind of thing under Pep Guardiola. For me, it's a psychological thing once they start playing football. Because when City start knocking it about and stuff, and we've seen, City drew at the weekend to Newcastle. And they've dropped points, before in the Premier League this season. But we've seen, if you just go at them, you have a chance. Do you get what I mean? Like, City are not flawless. Do you get what I'm trying? I'll never say that. No team is flawless. You can get at them. But once they get into their rhythm, City and Arsenal are very difficult to kind of stop, so to speak. And what then makes it even worse is even when they're in their, would I say, Arsenal more so, when they're in their like down period, you can't even score against. Like, it's so difficult to put the ball in the back of the net. That's why I was surprised at the Leicester game that Arsenal were, so poor, in my opinion, in that game. I know they ended up winning it, but coming back to 2-2, that's not a good look. Definitely not a good look. Wolves aren't the worst team in the Prem. Agreed, the fixture hasn't been. Yeah. I don't even know who it is, to be honest. I feel like this season, looking kind of, even Ipswich, Southampton, they don't look bad. Like, I don't think they're rubbish, like, kind of thing. Obviously, they've got worse players, but it's difficult. I don't know. For me, I feel like Everton are shit. Like, they just seem like a crap team, kind of thing. And I hope they get relegated. I hope they finish bottom of the Premier League. It's not even about the rivalry when it comes to Everton. Something about Everton, like, you cannot keep escaping this relegation zone. Like, you can't keep doing it. That just tells me you lot are rubbish and you're getting lucky come the end of the season, because you might pick up a bit of form, beat Brighton 5-0, 5-1s, and all that kind of stuff. Big up, honestly, man. I hope you're doing well. My biggest ick is sometime we stand still and don't pass the back quicker. Yep, 100%. Liverpool must get 6 points from the Chelsea and Arsenal games. I hope so. As I'm saying, it's all about health for us. Yeah. No, I hear it. I fully hear it, man. Honestly, got a question. Do you think the way the team starts is to see how the other teams play their style of play? Then players will be, now we know how to deal with this team. It seems like it. I'll keep it a buck. It definitely seems like that. It seems like it's either that or whatever the game plan was before the game in terms of how a team might start. It just seems like that wasn't the plan that they're going with at the moment. So it takes us the minute to be like, oh, shit, all right, cool. All right, so maybe they're not going to, like, from kickoff. Sometimes from kickoff, you pass back to your defender and the defender hoofs it up. Maybe they don't do that. So we've already set our team up all week to kind of, okay, guys, when they kick off, we need to make sure we get back. These times they don't do that. So now we're all having to run forward, starts putting players out of place. The opposition team starts moving the ball a bit quicker than we thought. Obviously, you can't train for a team's, I don't think so anyway. And again, Enz is a coach, so he'll be able to tell me, but I don't feel like you can train for a team's level of intensity on the day. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can gauge maybe from previous games, but it's difficult on the day. Certain players just amp up an extra 2%, an extra 5%. I don't think you can really legislate for that in training. So sometimes that might, change the thinking of the team. Bring back, brother. Like I said, brother. Like these times I'm being shouted at. I don't want to be shouted at, bro. Like so, you know what I mean. I'm trying to just keep it cool. I'm literally trying to keep it cool. Man United are the worst looking to her, bro. For Sam, they are absolutely dog. Shh. I don't even want to swear. It's too early in the morning. I don't want the neighbors to start talking rubbish, but they are absolutely dog doo doo, like 100%. Like I watch. I don't care that they. I know they went down to 10 men. I hear all of that. And to be honest, I even felt they played better with 10 men than they did with 11 men. But Tottenham were kind of wasteful in their possession and stuff like that. Misplaced passes. But United, they just look horrible. Like I don't understand, and I'm not even going to try and cap here. I'm not going to sit here and say they've got dead players because they don't have dead players. They really don't have dead players. But the way that these lot play is it probably. I don't want to say I feel sorry because I don't care, but I'm starting to look at the team. I'm just like, it come like you used to be the like 50 Cent said in his tune, like, damn homie, in high school you was the man, homie. Like, and now I'm looking at you like, what the hell happened to you? Like, honestly, what happened to you? Like, you used to be the guy. Like, you used to be, you know what I'm saying, you're the one with all the girls. Like, we used to want to be like you. 100%. Liverpool, we all wanted to be like Manchester United, a team that was always winning. Now I'm like, yuck. Thank God I'm not like Manchester United at this moment in time. Everyone plays terrorist football consistently. Yeah, I hear it. I also think it's arrogance with the players. Sometimes every big club has that. Sometimes players think we are playing the worst team. We can do this at 50%. Yep, 100%. You can't. You just have to match it. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, cool. And Enza said it there. Enza said it there, man. Big up, Any. You're doing well, bro. Again, if you guys are free, link is in the chat, so you guys can jump in whenever you want. Tyler, playing better without Bruno is crazy. That's crazy. That's immortal tech. Yeah. Damn, bro, it's mad. It's honestly, it's mad. Like I feel like I said, I keep thinking to say, oh, I feel sorry for these man, but I don't. I actually don't, because these men were rubbishing us out time ago. Old school. We were just obviously how we were back in the day. So it is what it is. Let's go to my player ratings. Let's do the player ratings and let's see what you guys actually think for this month. So obviously, I know last time we did this, obviously I didn't have a few of the categories, so I tried to add a few more. So obviously we've got the one barely played, because I can't really rate. Yeah, I mean, if you only play one game, it's difficult to put you into a rating, so I don't want to be unfair. Very poor, average, good, very good, excellent. It's all self-explanatory. All right, let's start off with Ali. Let's start off with Ali. What do you guys think about Allison? Obviously, he's been injured during this period as well, which is a little bit annoying because it's becoming a bit of a reoccurring theme. So, of course, Kelleher has had to step in for a couple of games. But I think all in all, I feel like he's been calm. I should have put one that said calm, actually, because calm, I would say, okay, we'll say calm is the same as good. Let's just say, like, calm is just, yeah, that's good kind of thing. Yeah, I think Ali's just been good. I wouldn't say excellent or very good or whatever. In some games, he's not really having much to actually do in some of these games. So yeah, I'll just say good. I didn't put Keller on here, but I'll add him at the end. Trent. Let's go to Trent. Allison should stop shaving. Yeah, 100%, Tyler. 100%. I don't know. This shaving thing that he's always doing is a bit mad. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What do you guys think? I think obviously there's been a lot of talk about. Well, I say a lot, but there's been a bit of talk about Trent. Throughout this last month. More positives, I think, than negatives, so to speak. But I think again, he's been good. This as an overall. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I feel like he's been good, a good player. Like I can't say he's been below good. Would you say average? Trying to think. Nottingham Forest game, nah. Milan game, I thought he was calm. Bournemouth game, I thought he was good. West Ham, he didn't play, and then obviously against maybe average actually, maybe. We had this debate the other day, Hussam, about elevated. I don't think he's gotten better at defending. I just think he's the same. I just think the situations are different now that we're seeing him in. Like, I don't think he's gotten any worse. I just think he's kind of the same. Like, he's kind of the same kind of player. 8 apart from the first game, he has been very good, especially. See, so I'm saying, like, we were focusing on that defensive side quite a lot. I'm gonna say good. I think he's been good. I'm not gonna say very good. I'm just gonna say I think he's just been good. What's the people in the chat saying? Yeah, Pop saying calm. Yeah. I feel like he's just been calm. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing too crazy. Let's go to obviously Harvey Elliott. He hasn't played. Who else is there? Let's go to McAllister. Mac 10. I think he's been big up Savage in the building. Trent defensively has been meaty and attacking. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just like it's just been calm performances. Like, yeah, you could even throw him in average if you really wanted to. G, don't disagree, bro. Just in case you make man. I should have thought about that before I read it. We have only conceded 2 goals. The defenders have been good. Yeah. You're right, Pops. You're right. But yeah, McAllister, I would say good. There have been some games that he has played in where I've just kind of, the Wolves game being one of them, where I didn't think any of the midfield were that good necessarily in the game. But every other game that he has played in, AC Milan away, I felt like off the ball, he was really, really good in that game. I felt like he actually went a little bit underrated, if I'm being honest, to be honest with you, in that game. And Matt 10 has been good. Matt needs to step up. Savage is saying average. Honestly saying good. Yeah, for me, he's been good. I'll keep it a buck. For me, I think he's been good. Like, I've liked his overall performances this month, if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm going to save those players till later. Luis Diaz, man. What do we think about Luis Diaz? Lucho, obviously, he's been continuing to score goals. I think we can all sit here and say now that he's probably at the moment, obviously things can change. At this moment, if we had a cup final tomorrow, Luis Diaz is the starting left winger, in my personal opinion. I can't see that changing. At the moment, if he continues to do what he's doing, he's putting the ball in the back of the net. He's showing that consistency level, and I think at the moment, and again, I have to stress that at the moment, it's very, very good. Do you get what I mean? I'll even double check actually how many goals he's got for this month. Yeah, big up. Yeah, 100%, bro. Tyler, he's proving me wrong. Because and I'm hoping that it's not a curse that I'm going to put on him, but I was ready to, Diaz, you need to keep it hot stepping. Bournemouth, he got himself 2 goals. Milan, he didn't start the game, obviously. Forest, yeah, it wasn't really all that, to be fair, actually. And Wolves, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Really, it was only the Bournemouth game, if you think about it, for this month. See, this is why it's always good to just double check. Yeah, ends, 100, it's... Let's put it this way. Played against Wolves, I don't think he was good. Bournemouth was the last game he played because he didn't play the West Ham game. He scored 2 goals. Excellent. Milan game, didn't play. Forest game. So really, this month, Diaz hasn't really been all that. If we think about it, if we actually deep it, maybe I was wrong. I think he's been good this season, but yeah, maybe I put him at average, actually. You know what? I'll put him in average still. Put him in average. Is that an average month? Is that an average month? What's everyone saying? I know Savage said very good. Yeah, but Savage, when you look at it, it's mad. Like, when you actually look at it, like the games that he's played, hasn't really been, do you know what I mean? It's not really been like that. Colombian Diaz has showed up for us. Yeah, in totality, he has showed up for us, in totality. But in this last month, he's only got 2 goals. So that's in 3 fixtures. So 2 and 3, because he didn't play the West Ham game. No, so 2 and 4, actually. Yeah, 2 and 4. Yeah, I don't, but you know what? I had to look at it again, and I was like, because I had to, obviously, I'm looking at all the games that these players have actually played, kind of thing. So I'm looking at the Wolves game. We'll say Wolves game. I can't remember what the rating I gave to him. I feel like I gave him a 5.5 potentially in that game. Either 5 yeah, between 5 and 6 actually, because I did that with Savage actually. Yeah, me and Savage did that game. West Ham game, he didn't play. Bournemouth game, he played, he scored 2 goals. Milan game, he only came on in that game, obviously, because Gatpo started that game. And then it was the Forest game. That's the only games he's played this month. If we're not including the what do you call it, the Manchester United game, where he played obviously well in that game. So yeah, probably put him in average. And I'm adding deep. It was this month, so yeah, average. But that being said, drop Trent right down. He's been cheeks. I hear it. I still think McAllister and Ali have been good though. I've rated anyway their performances. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next player. Let's go to Konate. Let's see how many games has Konate played. I feel like he didn't play the West Ham game. No, he didn't play that game. All right, cool. So you got Konate's played against Wolves, Bournemouth, Milan, and obviously the Forest games. Those are the only games he's played. And in that time, he's got 2 goals and 1 assist. When did he get an assist in the Bournemouth game? Oh, yes, the ball to Luis Diaz. Yes, I forgot. Sorry. The ball to Luis Diaz. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you know what I mean? The goal against, he was good in the Milan game, I felt anyway. The Wolves game, I felt like, bar the mistake, which in my opinion, again, was on him, bar the mistake, I still think he was good in the game. What other games he played? Milan game, Bournemouth game, obviously got the assist. I thought he was calm in that game. He does, you know what's crazy though? He's got 3 yellow cards in that time as well. He needs to just chill out a little bit. Forest game, yeah, that was enough said about. So yeah, no, I'll say Konate. I don't know if excellent is the right word though. You know, I don't know, man. I don't like using the excellent. Is like, oh my day, you've been imperious. Like, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Very good or excellent? I know Sam, you're saying basically excellent during this period of time. I don't know, man. I don't know if would I say excellent? Have I looked at Konate this month and said, oh, this guy has been excellent this month? I'm going to leave him in very good for now. If you guys disagree and think it should all be an excellent, then yeah, fair enough. Not excellent yet. Very good. Yeah, fair is okay. He was bounced back very good. Yeah. Okay, cool. At least I'm not going crazy with that one. Virgil. Let's go to centre back partnership. Virgil van Dijk. Let's see what game. I think he's only missed the West Ham game actually. He's usually playing in most of the games. Yeah, just West Ham. And yeah, every other game he has played. I said this, big up Luge, by the way. Luge was saying on Twitter, like she posted a comment about Virgil van Dijk, like why we never ever give, like why does Virgil never seem to win a man of the match award? But I almost feel like at times you almost try to give it to someone else. He's at such a high level as a player, just in his own position. You're almost like, yeah, nah, you're just being you. But there's other players who obviously are not at your level in terms of their own ability. So we almost have to big them up, so to speak. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know. But Virgil, I think, to be honest, I would say very good, really, alongside Konate. I can't think of a time when, yeah, Virgil's been shy or whatever, or he's not putting a good performance or anything like that. Tyler saying solid, reliable, stay healthy. We can talk, yeah, about Konate. Konate top tier, he's been very, very good. He hasn't lost 1v1s in the air. He don't lose either. I hear it. Big up G, and don't forget Trent performance defensively in the UCL against Milan, tricky left winger, and he got an assist in that game. So Trent has been good this season overall. I know we're not looking at season though. Don't think of it as just this month, particularly just this month. I don't want to look back at. Yes, overall, yeah, he's been calm. I think he's been good this season, but in terms of just this last month, saying very, very good. And it seems like players don't bother to tap VVD. It's a lost cause. Yeah. That's always been like that, to be fair. VVD is the good standard for a centre back. He is man of the century. Doesn't he? Yeah, I know. But you know, sometimes it's just weird. But I think, you know, like a general consensus will just be like, yeah, he's the best. Well, I say that, but Arsenal fans will start to fight you and Saliba, and I don't even know who else they put in these conversations now. Like, I don't really care. When Virg retires, we'll have clips of people say the game's gone. It will take a while to see another. Yeah, it's because it's a standard. I know. But that's what I'm saying. That's what Luge was trying to allude to in the thing. She was like, yeah, it's like no one puts him in man of the match conversations, but you come out of the game not even thinking about him because he just puts in the same performance that he always puts. So, which is just always very good at almost. He's kind of got a minimum level where, yeah, I'm just always very good. Sometimes you'll notice, yes, he'll be excellent because he'll be scoring goals, or he's had to have a couple 1v1 battles against like an Ivan Toney and stuff like that. So you start to notice it a bit more. But then I can't default him if players don't want to come down his side. That's not his fault. Do you know what I mean? I think Gravenberch. Yeah, we'll get. Don't worry, we'll get to Gravenberch. They out VVD in there now. Yeah. They put VVD in there now. Yeah, I don't understand it. Let's go to. It's a lot of these. Diogo Jota. Now, we had a conversation on Enzo's channel about Diogo Jota, whether or not he deserved to start. It was the next game, and I think that's when Nunes started against Bournemouth, I believe. I think that's how it went down. In my opinion, even in the last month, I know he scored 2 against West Ham, but in this last month, when I've looked at Diogo Jota, yeah, I've just felt he has genuinely just not been that good. I mean, he's played every game bar. Didn't play the Bournemouth game, and played every game bar the Bournemouth game in this period of time. He's got himself 2 goals and an assist in the Wolves game. The Wolves game, yes, I would say, yep, that was like average, in terms of he was our best attacker, in that time. West Ham, obviously, really, really good. Yeah, I'm looking here, and to be honest, all the other games, Milan, no. Forest, definitely no. I'm very tempted to put him in poor or average. Very, very tempted. I'm slightly leaning towards poor though, because I feel like it really and truly, it's just really the West Ham game that he was like he pulled up trees, and you could say he was then good somewhat in the Wolves game, but that's 2 games out of 4 that he's played. I'm gonna put him in poor, man. I'm gonna put in my opinion. I feel like I put him in poor. I just ain't really been rating Diogo Jota during this flat. So big up. Yeah. I know. It's between the 2, between poor and average, and I would have to put him in poor. I've just not felt him at all. Average, and I rate him highly. Just my opinion. A healthy Jota gets us. It's not even about the goals though. That's the thing. Like even the stuff that I felt that he is doing off the ball, I don't even feel like he's been doing that too much though. Yeah, I know, Savage. I know 2 out of 4. Yes, I know it is average, but the Wolves, I still thought that was like an average game. The other, I'll put it to you like this. I'm just looking at the fixture that he's played. Wolves, I thought he was like, I can't remember what rating we gave him, but I feel like it was like an average performance, right? West Ham, obviously, excellent performance. Milan and Forest was where I thought he was rubbish, like absolutely the bottom of the bottom kind of thing. So if I play it out, I'm just going to put him in poor, man. I've not really felt him at all pause this month. Let's go on to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson. Again, a lot of talk about Robbo. I know some people are like, give me 1 sec, Savage. Give me 1 second. I'll send that to you right now. Boom. There you go, Savage. I just sent that to you right now. Yeah, in these last few games in this month, I feel like people have been giving Robbo stick, but he hasn't been the one that I've looked at and thought, nah, this guy is rubbish, or this guy is not really putting in, XYZ kind of performances and, yada, yada, yada. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I mean, he's played in, again, every game bar the Milan game. Okay, you could use the Forest game, not so good. Then again, the whole team was, but cool. We'll say the Forest game, not so good. Bournemouth game, I thought he was decent in. West Ham game, he came on. So not really. How many minutes did he even get in that game? Not really that much in that game. And then obviously you got the Wolves game that he just played. So yeah, maybe average. Yeah, Ends, you're right. Yeah, I would go with that. Average performance. Good. I don't know why man say Robbo's washed. It's a joke question. He definitely hasn't been solid. I think that's the wrong word to use. I'd say average. I think he's just been average this month, considering the amount of games. It's funny when you actually you know why this is good to actually do it like this, yeah, because from what we're all kind of doing, or I did it at the beginning as well, is we start to then bring in the whole season, and you start to formulate your whole opinion of a month period in terms of a whole season. So instead of just looking at it as how have you been this month, though, we're all starting to look at it as, oh, but he's been solid this season. When it's like, nah, has he really been solid this season? do you get? I'm like, and I'm just using it as an example, right? But that's the way I feel like we're kind of looking at, oh shit, hold on. Give me 1 sec, guys. Boom, boom, boom. My bad, Savage. My bad. I was too busy. I was trying to look at the chat and the messages. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, we keep looking at it as a whole as opposed to just this month. But yeah, for me, Robbo has been relatively average. Relatively average. Let's go on to, we're going to leave that player there. Let's go on to Simicast, I guess. Simicast, I think he's only played no, he's played actually a couple games, actually, Simicast. He has actually played the Milan game. He's played the West Ham game. Yeah, those are the only two. Oh, and the Forest game, actually. He came on, I think. Did he come on in that game? Yeah, he came on. So 15 minutes in that game. So I'll just use the Milan game and the West Ham game. Milan game, I didn't think he was good at all. I actually thought like outside of the assist, I definitely wasn't really rating him. Big up Savage in the building. Big up.
Bro. Big up, man.
Yeah, what do you think about Simicast, bro? He only played 2. Well, he's played 3 if you include the 15 minutes against Nottingham Forest.
He ain't been good this month at all, but
yeah, I've not really rated his performances like that he has played in at all.
Every time I've seen him, he's looked a bit rubbish, bro.
Yeah, I'll put him in Porden.
I think was his assist a corner as well.
Yeah, was his the corner? Yes, yeah, because Trent was the free kick.
Yeah, nah, he's not been good, blood.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I definitely agree with that. How you doing anyway this morning, bro? How you doing?
All right, man. Yeah, man. Nazium and that, blood, you get me? So it's one of them ones, bro. The weather's mad though. I can't even lie.
What's it like down there?
Horrible, blood.
What up there?
Yeah, spray rain, blood.
I do not like spray rain, bro. I do not.
You also you can chance it with a young hoodie and that, bro, and then halfway to soaked. That's long.
I feel like I need to wear goggles like half the time when it does that, bro. Guys, make sure, of course, Savage Talks Football, Savage Talks Wrestling. Make sure you guys subscribe. Van Dijk's message to Ryan Gember: stay fit, keep going, stay grounded, and don't listen to the praise that much. As everybody should.
He's been reading them self-help books, but with them kind of comments, but
100%. Hey, Savage, the people that ask, is it the real Savage or the flat? I don't even know at this point.
Listen,
I don't even know that.
Listen, see that flat Earth Savage Batio, blood? Just ignore them, blood.
I don't even know who it is at this point, bro. All right, let's go on to.
Man should know, blood. I'm too intelligent to think the Earth's flat, blood. So that whoever that is an idiot, bro.
Let's go on to Nunes. Let's go on to Darwin. I'm hoping we can just kind of skip through that and do that one a bit.
You don't even want to talk about him, blood. It's like, let's just get out of here, blood.
Bro, let's just pick out any in the building as well, bro. Hope you're doing blessed.
Big up, bro, man. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Big up.
No feedback. Yeah, cool. Big up, Sam, as well, bro.
Yeah.
Big up, bro. How you doing this morning anyway, bro? First and foremost.
Good. I listen. I had to make sure I got here in time for Subos. Like, that's all.
No. You know what's so mad? Before we continue, what's so mad is I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave those ones to last, obviously, and then we'll get into it. But yeah, let's move on. Excuse me, to to Darwin Nunes. during this month. Let me see how many games has this guy played before we get there. So Nunes obviously played in the Bournemouth victory. To be fair, he's played in every game, but he's come on 60 minutes again. He's come on for 30 minutes against Forest, 20 minutes against Milan, and then he started the last 2 games against Bournemouth and West Ham, where he's got a goal and an assist.
I'd say average, to be fair. I think average. I actually think his all round like hold up play, even though he's been a bit anonymous in some of the games, the stuff he's had to do, he's done all right. Like it hasn't looked that shaky as it usually does. So I'd say average, to be fair. And he got a goal and an assist, but without being amazing.
I think the same. I think based on this month, it's been. I think it's been good. I just think it's been good. There's is it West Ham where he didn't seem to do much in it?
Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah, he's got the assist though, but
but apart from that,
I think good average. Yeah, listen, my standards are hybrid, so average.
I'm gonna throw him in average.
Because I'm not doing this thing anymore, blood. That because man was stinky before. When they do basic stuff after this, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I didn't want. That's why I said that Trent was being stinky, blood, because Trent's rubbish at defending. And I said it. I never used to say it, blood, but he's winding me up now. Because what's the point? Just because I know you can defend, if you choose not to, then I have to just say you stink on it. So just because he's not normally very good, man, them are seeing little basic key stage 3 like defending skills and that, talking about it's been amazing and that.
Stage 3 of that.
Forgetting that in the same games you're saying he's been amazing, I've still seen him been twisted up. Blood. Oh, he's great against AC, bruv.
Yo, Meg, didn't it? He made his thing. Abraham
sent to the shop.
But this is what I was trying to say before, is that I feel like with a lot of the players, when we started this ratings, it was we're too busy thinking about the whole season instead of looking at this. That's why when I first started, I was like, hold on, actually, certain players have only actually played 3 games instead of the 5, for example, kind of thing. And in those 3 games, how good have they actually, necessarily been? So man, sometimes but I said I prefer it this way because it lets me know where's your head at. Are you looking at the whole season, or are you too busy? Are you actually I do like
this because when you get to the end of the season, you can literally go back through all your shows and just take a screenshot of the last fingers, bro.
Exactly, literally that. Because then you'll really be able to say when we're doing actual ratings come the end of the season. Oh, but you've been rating my man at average all season. He had one really good month in May, for example, in April. And all of a sudden now you've rated him as he had an excellent season. No, technically he didn't have an excellent season. He only had one good month kind of thing, what I mean, in that kind of period. So, yeah, man. All right, cool. Let me get this back up. All right. So that's Darwin Núñez. Cody Gakpo. Cody.
Ooh. I think
he's obviously...
Sorry, no, go on. I didn't mean to cut you, bro.
No. I was literally going to say just the games that he's played, just so we get it. Right, so he obviously played against AC Milan, played the game against West Ham. Why is it not coming up? Just trying to find the other ones that he's played.
He was good against both of them teams, isn't it?
He came on the other day. He came on the other day against Wolves as well, isn't it? Substitute appearance.
Yes. I don't know why it's taking. Oh, here we go. Bournemouth. Did he start the Bournemouth game? No, he came on in that game. And then obviously Nottingham Forest, he came on in that game as well. And it's only 20 minutes, literally both times. So really, we're only looking at Milan. Really, it's Milan and West Ham, effectively. He's come on in every other game, but it's been Milan and West Ham.
And both those games, he's been like contender for man of the match, I think. Definitely against AC Milan. And I think, did he get it against West Ham? He got it against West Ham again. Was it him? Or was it someone else?
No, he scored again. Yeah, he did.
Did he get
he scored about who got? I don't know who got man of the match.
Yeah, but even if he didn't, he scored twice in it, so it's still a good performance. It's still a good performance. So I think he's been, whenever he started, he's looked very, very good. He's looked like he understands that Diaz has had a good start to the season, so he needs to step his game up. And then even the substitute appearance the other day, I think he looked dangerous at times. There was that one ball that he flashed across the box where Trent was offside. He had a few moments in that Wolves game. So I'd say good. I think that has been good.
Yeah, I think it's been good.
Agreed. I agree with that one still. We'll get into the end of these. Sorry, I put Chiesa barely played, so I can't really rate him.
Yeah,
Endo has he only played?
Mazeput barely played, but I mean, he's had one. He was good in the one game he had. Really good, but
yeah, it was really I'll put him there. Bradley's only one. No, he's come on against Forest.
Was that this month?
That he only,
this month. Gomez, Kwanzaa, all of them barely played. Rivers done. Don't think they've really.
All right. We'll get down to the three that I really wanted to talk about. Which one should I start with?
Might as well go with the superstar first, but
yeah, go on. Why not? All right, Gravenberch, chat to me, people.
Let me see what we're working with here. It has to be excellent. It has to be excellent. It has to be excellent. What a player, man. Fuck me, bro. Hey, look, the one thing I'll say about Gravenberch is I don't even know that if Zubimendi came in, because how many man of the matches has Gravenberch got now? Like 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 or something like that. 4 out of, he's got a ridiculous amount of man of the matches anyway. Even the games that he didn't get man of the match, he was still a contender for man of the match. So I don't even know that if Zubimendi came in, I don't know if he performs to this level, because we just have to say how he is, bro. This guy's been excellent. I'm not saying he's a better player. I'm just saying the first 6 games of the season, I don't know if Zubimendi would have been able to match that coming into a new team, trying to work out his environment. We already know that he's homesick anyway, blah, blah, blah. His head probably wasn't going to be in the right place anyway. I don't think that Zubimendi does what Gravenberch has done in these first 6 games. I think he's been the best midfielder in the Premier League. Honestly, I think he's been the best. I know Caicedo's got a shout as well, but maybe there's a bit of Liverpool bias in there as well. I think Gravenberch has been the best midfielder in the Premier League. And the thing that's most impressive about it is it's not just his offensive ability, because we knew he's got offensive ability, but if you look at his defensive stats as well, they're amazing as well. So offensively and defensively, he's been excellent. So yeah, I put him in excellent.
Savage?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Everything Andy said is true.
Yeah.
But I still my standards are still pretty high, so I don't know why everyone's acting like it's been some world class shit. But it's just because man never seen world class, bro. Come on, man.
I wouldn't say world class. I think that's
maybe not world class.
The problem, you know what it is? It's all about longevity with world class players. Like it's
playing like Bajcetic did at the end of that season. To stop. The man ain't. I'm not falling for this, but I think he's been Liverpool's best player, bro. But he's playing exactly how Bajcetic did with them games, bro. I can't, bro. Like the standards are too high, bro. Like it's because man didn't see him play like this prior, bro. That's what it is, bro. He's been cold, bro. But like, I don't think any of our players have been like outstanding. He's definitely been the better of them. So for this graph, it should be an excellent, bro. But as a whole, and he's probably right. He could be one of the best in the Premier League based on how the games have gone so far. So I don't think there's many more. I think Caicedo's been decent. I think Finger's been good for Brighton. Belieber, I think he's been really good as well.
Oh yeah,
he's been really good.
Gravenberch's been good. You're probably right, man. He's probably been the best in the Prem still so far. So yeah, excellent. He deserves it and that. But I just need to put a disclaimer out there that don't try and throw me in with the hype and everyone else. But I'm trying to relax, bro.
Can you man hear me, by the way?
Yeah,
it's frozen. But
you frozen the bad man pose as well, but it's crazy.
like that. Like that's the perfect pose if he was frozen, boy.
Hey, that's great.
All right, cool. I'm good with leaving him there. I had him at very good, but I'm good with that one.
I'm gonna quickly leave and come back in time for Subway. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Yeah, you know what? We'll wait. we'll wait. But yeah, man said Gillett Birch. Yeah. All of that good stuff. Guys, make sure, of course, smashing the like button. You are sharing, you're subscribing. As I said, Enz has got his show coming up in 29 minutes. So myself, Savage, I assume, will be on over there as well. You already see the flipping caption. So I need to make sure I go get myself a drink before this, and I don't mean juice. I do not mean juice. Big up Ends every single time. But yeah, I am thinking of doing a show on this whole Gravenberch thing as well. I'll probably do it later on this week. So yeah, hopefully I can get the guys on and we can have a real conversation, you know what I mean, about this whole thing. And it's so funny because we actually have a match. Obviously against, is it Bologna or Girona? Bologna. Bologna. So it's crazy if he plays in that game and does well again. It's going to be funny because how I've orchestrated the show is going to be interesting to talk about. But yeah, I definitely think that with Gravenberch this season, but specifically this month, he has been very good. I do think though what Savage said about where you haven't seen him perform like this for Liverpool, I feel like it kind of goes up a level or up a notch in terms of how you're seeing it with Gravenberch. Not to say he has not been cold, not to say that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it's big ups. Like, half the flip-flop fan base wanted Gravenberch sold last season, said he had no future at the club. And this is what I'm saying. So is it because those people, and by the way, I'm included in, when I saw that I can never forget Galatasaray, it was like news that was just traveling around. Galatasaray potentially looking at Gravenberch on loan. I said, safe. I will tell you right, I said safe, quick, super quick. I didn't even pet. I was like, yeah, go. Just get rid, because I thought we was going to get Zubimendi anyway. So I thought, okay, well, if we're going to get Zubimendi, then, you know what I mean, Gravenberch can obviously go out and loan, get some game time, pattern up, kind of thing. But he's shown, to all of us doubters that, there is a really, really good player here. If he can just keep up this level of consistency.
In it. And I just wanted to continue. Obviously, I thought he was cold before he got to Liverpool, but
I know you and Enz used to say,
but you still have to. But to be fair, you still have to show it at whatever level you're playing at, bro. So whatever league, you have to kind of take it and move on, and that. Like, so I'm fine with that, bro. I'm just saying, I don't trust his fan base, so I'm just keeping a level head, because if he has 4 bad games in a row and then on the 4th game we lose again, bro, they'll be on, he's on fraud watch, blood. He's on fraud watch. I ain't trying to hear it. So.
And the thing is, when you know it's coming, when you just know it's coming. Any, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I don't know what happened to my laptop, man. FSG tried to do me or something. I don't know.
Why is it always FSG's fault when people's laptops? That's a mad thing. That is a mad thing. All right, let's go on then. Let's go to Dominic Szoboszlai. Let's talk about him. Any, I'm gonna let you start first because I know you got a lot to say about him. Chat to us about him.
You know what?
Just this month. Don't go too far.
Wait, so remind me the games of this month. So it's been Forest. Has it been Forest?
Yeah. I think he's played every game bar the West Ham game, but I'll double check for you. Yeah, literally every game bar West Ham.
So, yeah, unfortunately for him, that's as soon as because he started the season well. That's the one thing I will say. He's okay-ish, better than he was last season. Because I think his first 3 games were okay. But ever since then, it's just like, I'm watching him, and look, I understand what people say when they say he's a brilliant presser, off the ball, he's fantastic, etc., etc. And I get the part that he plays in the team in that respect, but for me, that's not an excuse for you to be horrendous on the ball. Like, why can't you be good off the ball and good on the ball? Like, why does it have to be one or the other? Like, on the ball, this guy's decision making is so bad. Like, for a number 10, it's actually horrendous. He never makes the right pass. Even if he does try to make the right pass, it doesn't go to the player. It's about 2 yards too short. When he has the opportunity to shoot, he doesn't shoot. Like, when he should pass, he probably ends up shooting. Like, it's just like, I don't understand the decisions he's trying to make in offensive areas, and it's getting really, really bad now. And it's getting so bad to the point where I'm willing to put Curtis Jones, because Curtis Jones is a decent presser. I don't really rate Curtis Jones. I wanted him sold in the summer, but I'm willing to
Hey, just leave Curtis out of this, man.
No, I'm about to pick him up, kind of. I'm willing to play Curtis Jones over Szoboszlai. That's how bad Szoboszlai's playing. So it's kind of like a backhanded compliment to Curtis Jones in it. But still, I'm willing to put Curtis Jones in that position, because I just think it's a bit overstated how important, because a lot of people talk like, you need to be this tactical genius to understand what Szoboszlai does in this team. No, I don't think it's that. I think he runs a lot, yeah. I even checked his defensive stats, like when it comes to tackling and stuff like that. He's not really a great tackler. He literally just runs a lot. Like, he runs around the pitch and presses the goal. I always see him pressing the goalkeeper, and I'm like, hold on, is this instruction? Because you're pressing the goalkeeper on your once. This is what Nunes used to do last season. Like, I don't know if it's instruction.
That part's definitely an instruction, bro. I spoke to G about this yesterday. Even when we went through G got off the thingy and that, it's every game, bro. It's always
he runs
the head of our striker, bro.
Yeah, he does. So fair.
I don't like it though. You're right. I don't like it. I think it's stupid tactic, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it.
He's a hole in the midfield, bro. But you're right. It is a tactic. So.
But that's literally the best thing. I'm not even joking when I say that's literally the best thing I see him do all game, because as soon as he touches, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, Szoboszlai's playing. He's pressing the keeper. Then I remember, as soon as he touches the ball, Sobo's lies where all good attacks go to die for Liverpool Football Club right now. We just got to be honest about it. He touches that ball in the 10, and we just know that he ain't making the right decision. You might as well just turn around, like, I don't know, check your phone, text a friend, because we know it ain't ending up in a goal. Like, we just know, bro. Like, fuck, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, he's got to go. Sorry, what's the options again? I'm getting distracted.
You know, anyway, so he didn't even. He's like, brother, what should I even put this? Bro, listen, man, listen.
What's the options? I'm trying to see. What's under poor? Who's in very poor? Who's that in very poor?
I just put from where you was
talking.
You put
him in there. Yeah. Say no more. Yeah, I think he does deserve to go there. Honestly, I'm not discounting the defensive work he does, but for me, like I said, that's not an excuse for you to be atrocious on the ball. You have to have both, especially in the Liverpool team, bro. They're saying fucking Nottingham Forest, but even Nottingham Forest have a bet. They got Gibbs White, and I take him over Szoboszlai right now. So, yeah, man.
Jesus, Ratty. Savage.
All right, the game. thinking of the games.
So he's had Wolves game, didn't play West Ham, Bournemouth, Milan, and Forest.
Oh, he scored against Milan. Shit. Okay. He's still shit, but he scored against Milan.
Milan he scored in. I did a watch along, but his passing was winding me up.
I remember you saying that actually.
Yeah, but everything else was obviously fine. Wolves. Well, we don't have to speak about that. We know what happened there. Who was up on Bournemouth?
It came off. Yes, Bournemouth for that.
I think he was a side in that one, and then Nottingham this month.
Yeah, Nottingham. Yeah, 14th of September.
Nottingham's the one where like he seemed to get a lot of the flack when we finished the game and that, but I didn't think he was that bad. I just thought he was average and that. So based on all that, I think I wouldn't say I think poor. That's what I think. I don't think he's been very poor. I think poor.
But what?
That's why I had him.
Okay, yeah.
I had him.
But you could take what I said and then try to work out the average from what I said. But for me, I feel like because you agreed with me on that one, G. There was the end of the game, and then we did the video the next day, and you said, I'm a bit surprised because it looks like I might have sticking up for me wasn't even that bad, and that's when everyone it was trending for no reason, bro. And I was like, what the fuck, bro?
I didn't think in Milan game for me was his best in the games that Forest, Milan, Bournemouth, and Wolves. Milan was his best game this whole month, in my personal opinion. That was the best game that he's played. I'm not saying he was excellent. That was just the best game that he's had. He was good, in my opinion, in that game. I felt like he was getting flack.
Yeah, I think he's had one. I think he's had one good game.
Yeah, one good game, and Wolves shit. Bournemouth, average to shit.
And then Wolves poor. Yeah, so I think poor. It's going to be poor.
You know what? I will say I do have a problem because once my target set on you, that's it, man.
Well, clearly you sound like you got issues over there with my man, bro. Like man, with you beefing, man, or something like.
No, it's a mentality thing. I'm trying to work on it still. I'm not perfect. I'm an imperfect human being in it, but
you're doing one of them ones. Jesus Christ.
Once my target set on you, I start running agendas. Still, I know it's not the best one in the world.
I have to. Forest, I don't think he was very good.
He definitely wasn't very good. He's had no game where he's very good.
Forest was the game that in the first half, I only thought that Gravenberch was good. That's it. And then the second half. And obviously I did think that take away the goal, I thought the defenders were all right in that game, to be honest. But the rest of the team was a bit trash, blood. But I think
poor.
Yeah, I think poor, blood.
Yeah, I know. Scraps that's actually the funniest part. Man's trying to average it out between poor and very poor, you know. Like, it's actually mad when I think about it. Like, bro, either one is dead anyway. Like, the fact that you're in one of these categories is crap for you as a football player, kind of thing. Like, for you to even be considered, you know, to be in one of these categories. But I'll put him in poor.
I don't think anyone's going to end up in very poor. I don't think so.
Simicast is very close, I feel like. I feel like he's close. Like, he's tivering on the line.
Still, yeah, I think.
Like, I'm not going to put him in there. I feel like he's on the line. Like,
he's close to it.
Yeah,
but
he's close.
His is also a bit like because he's had less games as well than everyone.
He's had less games, exactly.
So I would go poor for Simicast. I don't think he's been.
I definitely don't think he's been good this. Bro, I've tried to even back him.
I think he's talking to me when I was reading out the thing.
Oh.
I was just saying what I think, though. I wasn't saying what Enzo was saying. So I was just saying I don't.
All right. No, fairs. Okay. And this leads on to Enzo's stream that we've got in the next 20 minutes. Mo Salah. Savage, chat to me about Salah, bro. Yeah, I'll talk later.
I think it's been poor, bro. Yeah. I think his performances has been stinky, bro. I personally think the last 4 games, nah. But and I know, bro, and I listen. He's still without him. There is a difference, blood. And it's not the gameplay. It's what he does, and it's the goals are gold in football, and like these things, goals and assists, they're gold in football just because you can't win a game without it. So even with the stinkiest of performance, and I don't think and I know some people's going to say 3 games. I think it's 4, blood. Although I will caveat the West Ham game, he just came off. He came off the bench and scored on it.
Yeah.
I feel like the West Ham game, he literally came off the bench, Ross won in the top corner, and then didn't do anything else. But I don't think he did anything bad either. I just think he just stood there. I said like he felt like he just came on the pitch, said, "Gaffer, now we're winning. Can I get my goal?" Ran on, scored, and they said, "I'm gonna stand on the right side still and just, make up the numbers." But the rest of them, nah. I just do you have his numbers there for the game?
Yeah. So played every game. Well, he's played in every game, should I say?
Yeah.
Scored against Wolves, scored against West Ham, got an assist against Bournemouth. Milan didn't do anything, and Forest didn't do anything. So only in 3 out of the 5 games he got a goal or assist.
Bournemouth and West Ham was needed. No, West Ham weren't needed. We were already.
We were already slapping them.
Bournemouth and thinking, I think I'm right then. I said Paul's not even, because that's without being by his own standards. I think like even if he was anybody playing in that position like that, I would be like, nah, man, you can't keep running into man's shins and that. But it's not a thing. But,
okay,
it's a weird thing, isn't it, with Salah, because like he started off the season so damn sharp, blood, and it's not like with months down the line. It's a couple of weeks, bro. But
literally a couple of weeks.
Salah's a weird one on that. It's a mentality thing, and it's not like he's choosing. It's not like he's hasn't got the right mentality to play football and that. But sometimes he's like trying too hard for stuff, and I'm like, bro, like you have to. It's what I said prior. I was like, you got to learn to adapt your game in some ways and that, because all the defenders in the league are they know what you're gonna do. You're very rarely gonna shock anyone in the league, and that you might like if I ask people who's Salah cooked this season, you remember that he ran past Moreno, but Moreno locked him up for the rest of the game, bro.
Yeah. And so Nico Williams then locked him up straight after that. Nouri's locked him up as well.
We know you're going to try and use the speed, but you are still fast. You are. When people say he's lost a yard of pace, for Salah at a yard of pace lost, it's still faster than most people, bro. But their left backs and that are normally fast as well. So they're like, well, that's not going to work against us. You cutting in on your left foot to shoot in the top bins doesn't work because your shot's not it anymore. The Trivela thing always works, so he's got that unlock, apart from on the weekend. But he has that unlock, bro. So now but this is why I said with him, I'm not blaming Trent for this, but they have to mimic a little bit what's going on the left-hand side, bro. The left-hand side is doing overlaps and underlaps and doing different things. It's more like you don't know what's going to happen, whereas this side is so obvious that Trent's not going to overlap Salah.
It's annoying.
When Bradley plays, the defenders don't know what to do because Bradley will run into the box as well, bro. Whereas when Trent plays, it's like, he's going to stand here, pass the ball to Salah. Salah's going to pass it back. Salah's either going to run into the box or Trent's going to cross it, bro. That's it. So I feel like him and Trent need to sort that. I know this is about Salah, but that is the right side altogether. They need to figure that out, because it stinks, bro. No patterns of play. Just actually, it is patterns. It's just the pattern stinks, bro.
Patterns stinks. Any?
Yeah, no, I agree with everything that Sav said. Like the thing is, and I think there is that sort of link between Salah and Trent in terms of, honestly, I feel like Slot deep down, like he rates them as players, of course, but for a manager that wants to play possession-based football, Trent and Salah, they're just annoying, bro. Like they'll just annoy you. They'll give you moments of brilliance where they win you matches, and you're like, okay, cool, fair enough. That was the sort of that's the risk we had, or whatever. I can't even find the word. But anyway, in a possession-based game, Trent, we're talking about Salah. Sorry, Salah, it's like he rushes things. I think Sav mentioned that as well. Sometimes he just rushes things. Like he wants to always play that pass ASAP instead of like taking your time.
That's what he didn't make to Curtis. It's because he rushed, bro. He didn't need to.
Yeah. He just rushes all the time. Like I'm just like, yo, take an extra touch. We're playing a different style now. Like knock it about. Like he does it sometimes. But then other times, it's just like he goes back into Jurgen Klopp mode. Like, I need to move quick, fast. And I'm just like, brother, relax. But this month, I think I do agree that he's been poor. I think there's been moments where he's been selfish. I can't remember specific games. I just remember him like chopping in on his right and then hitting it straight at the keeper when he should have crossed it across the goal, put a ball across the goal. I don't really remember him beating his fullback too many times. I think his decision making was off. Obviously, he did get. How many goals did you say you got, G?
2.
He got
2
two.
goals
So,
and assist.
one against West Ham and the penalty against Wolves. So the penalty, that's like it's obviously it still counts as a goal, but it's a penalty in it. And then I thought we played all right on that West Ham game. I was actually impressed with his defensive work in that West Ham game. I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple times he ran back and won the ball. I was like, okay, cool. Salah's doing defensive work.
That has been more impressive. I agree with that. Even for the whole season, I think he's actually doing stuff. Even in the box, bro. Seen him heading the ball away and that. But I'm like, yo, I'm not even used to seeing you.
Yeah. So actually, I think like defensively, he's actually doing a lot more than he was under Klopp because he knows he's probably not going to get away with that. And there's also times, I know this is going to tie in with Slot. I know we're going to speak about Slot, but there's times where I feel like Slot's a bit scared to take him off. Not scared, but he's just like, he knows that Salah has an ego. He knows that Salah's like probably bigger than him right now at Liverpool Football Club. So he's a bit apprehensive of whether to take Salah off or not. Because there's times I'm just like, bro, Salah's having a stinker. And Diaz, who's on 2 goals, comes off before Salah. And I'm like, yo, like, you're taking the piss. Just take Salah off and bring Chiesa on, man. But yeah, Salah, I'd say poor, man. He hasn't been great this month.
You know that thing as well with Trent's contract and that? I don't think Slot cares, bro.
I don't think he cares either.
I mean it, bro. I think he doesn't give a shit if he stays or goes, and he probably preferring like make the decision for me, big man, leave it. I've had enough.
Yeah, no, because Trent's even worse than Salah when it comes to rushing things. Trent will literally just go into default mode and be like, I'm spamming this ball, I don't give a fuck. Spam, and miss half the fucking long balls. And I'm just like, there's no way Slot can be okay with this. It's only because like Slot's still like easing his way into the club, innit? That's why if this was the second year, I reckon like you might get benched for Bradley, bro, because I know he likes Bradley. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we seem to have quite a lot of energy from Mohamed Salah in this segment, which was quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Thank you both, Eni and Savage. Thank you everyone in the chat as well. I see the comments. Tried to put up as many as I possibly could. I see the energy. And you're right, the tone is very different.
To be fair to me and Eni, bro, we didn't even like. It's not like we did making the jokes. Just, you know what I mean,
it's just real life, bro.
No. Listen, I'll put him in poor based on the performances, the performance levels that based on the performance levels that I think he's had this last month. Ultimately, it's and I don't want to touch too much on it because we're going to touch on it in the show in a minute. But yeah, listen, look, he's still the Liverpool's best attacker in my personal opinion. And I even think even this month, I feel like, with someone like Salah, it's like he obviously forget the West Ham game because we're already winning by like whatever it was by the time he come on. So I'll even take that game out. Let's use just the Bournemouth and the Wolves game. Like it's just what Eni said there about on a Slot potentially being like a little bit shook. Do you get what I mean? To take him off. I agree with that. I do think, at times, as you said, Diaz on 2 goals, but then you take off, you know what I mean? Like you take off Diaz, but you don't take off Salah kind of thing. But again, it's just one of those things, where you've got certain, like I've said this 100 times, bro. It's just one of those things with certain players and how they are. The reality of it is that these kind of players will inevitably just always stay on the pitch.
I actually agree with you, bro. Like,
no matter how stinky, by the way, and I agree he has been.
No, I agree because I feel like what we all do, me included, I think we obviously project what we want the team to do a lot of the times.
Oh yeah, of course.
We want the managers to do. So if I try to get in the mind of the manager, I get it. I do get it. If you take away the fact it's Salah and think of somebody else, every manager does it, bro. Arteta doesn't take Saka off. He doesn't take him off.
And he had stinky games, bro. Stinky games.
I think he's the only Guardiola's different because it's Guardiola, bro. So fine. Guardiola's fine with taking anyone off. We'll take Haaland off if he wants, bro. That's fine. We think of all the other managers. It's almost, and we'll cover it when it gets to end this video, but it's almost like Portugal did the same thing with Ronaldo, innit? Yeah. Like he wasn't playing very good. But in their head, they're like, yeah, but if there's anyone who's probably going to get us a goal, it's Ronaldo, bro. I don't give a shit.
Like in your head, if you had to bank on someone, like no matter what, if you just had to bank on someone, you're going to bank.
And I can guarantee, I can guarantee this. The previous manager said the same thing. If I'm not trying to put this on anyone else, and we'll cover it after. If we had a number 9 that the manager 100% knew was going to score all the time, he would take Salah off, bro.
Oh, 100%. I think so.
He would take him off. 100%. He would take him off, bro. And obviously, at sometimes you gotta have some, you know what I mean, some cojones about you and go, nah, fuck it, bro. I don't even care. I'm taking him off because he has to know these performances ain't good enough either, bro. But that's what I think it is, bro. And obviously, he's a new manager, so he can't go, well, don't trust, blah blah blah. He's at the beginning of his stages, and at the half of the game Salah's played, he was cooking in it. He was looking sharp. So that manager's had a sample size of what he looked sharp as the season started, more than I thought he was coming straight away. Now he's had some poor games, but then he still scored. He seems like a manager who's very detailed and would go through everything. He has to go. He wasn't our manager before, so he has to go through everything on video and stats and tactics and all these different things before he gets here. And I don't know the stats on this, bro. I don't particularly care. But for a manager, you would. He's probably going to check and saying like, yo, in the latter part of games, after the 70th minute, who scores the most goals for Liverpool? Now I'm guessing here, but my guess is it's Salah, bro.
I don't know either, to be fair. So
I can't think of anyone else.
We just guess
the rest of them don't even score enough goals. Like they don't score anywhere near the amount the goals Salah scores. So just off law of averages, it's probably gonna be Salah on it that scores the most late goals, bro. And in it the whole time he's been at Liverpool, so it's like, okay, then we'll see. When everyone gets tired at these parts of games and starts doing these things, he still gets a goal, bro.
Wait, do we think? I have a quick. Oh, sorry, go on.
No.
No, I was gonna say I had a quick question because I mean I was watching. I can't remember who I was watching, but they brought up the fact that Nicholas Jackson has the same amount of non-penalty goals as Mohamed Salah since the start of last season or something like that. And I was like, hold on, are Salah's stats a bit inflated? I know you still have to score the penalties. I know you still have to score the penalties. But I'm saying without those penalties, let's just say for example you gave those penalties to a Nunes. Even though he might be a shit, but this just for the sake of argument, a Nunes. Or obviously Nunes' numbers look a lot better than they do without the pennies. So I'm just like, is Salah's goal scoring has it been a bit overrated over the last season or two, would you say? Is he just relying on penalties?
I think it's a great thing to ask, but to be honest, that's every attacker who takes penalties. That's why.
You're right. Saka's the same, and Palmer was the same last season.
Palmer scored 11 penalties last season.
Yeah.
That's half of his goals, bro. All of us, and we watched him play, so we know he was balling. But you take away half of them goals, and that the PR machine slows down a little bit.
No, you're right.
Palmer scored 10 goals. Wow, okay.
It's a good question, though. That is a good. Like, I fully hear that. Because you take away
the thing is,
the penalties, but
it's going to be that thing in it. History books never care.
Yeah.
Les Ferdinand's got more, like, Les Ferdinand never took penalties. Andy Cole's got more non-penalty goals than bare people. And does anyone talk about Les? They don't care. No one cares, bro. Everyone still talks about fucking Shearer and Kane and all that, bro. This geezer didn't take any penalties. So,
no,
it's one of them, bro.
Listen, that is definitely a good point. And you're right. Maybe it does slow down, like it would with Palmer, in terms of how we look at Cole Palmer and stuff like that. Because all of a sudden you're like, obviously the assists will stay the same, for example, but the goals will be less, so it doesn't look as great as it does. So I totally agree with you there in that one. But yeah, listen, man, when it comes to Salah, as I said, we'll talk about it on Enzo's show anyway, so I don't want to get too deep into that. But there was this comment, I did see this, because Savage did mention it there, and it is something that I do think that we focus on quite a lot. I know you said it in a jokey way, but I know you're being serious in terms of like the running. No, like the running into the shins thing. I'll be honest with you, 100% he does that. I'll also be real. I don't even think that matters at this point, because I don't think that his game isn't about getting past his man. Like, that's not like that ended time ago.
But it starts to matter more when his passing's rubbish. If his passing's good in the game, nobody cares. But when his passing's rubbish, it's like, oh, okay. Now I need to do something else at least, and that's the problem. But you're probably right with that, man.
No, because that's the way sometimes I think, because I know we bring it up all the time and stuff like that, but sometimes I'm like, that plays zero part in my mind when I think about his performances. Like I couldn't even care less if he beats anybody on the day because I'm just like, bro, he'll be the first one to play the Travella pass. He'll be the first one to cut open a defense kind of thing, which none of the other attackers can do. So then you're like, okay, say no more. Like I guess just a balancing thing. But you're right. If his passing ain't good, that's when you're starting to look at everything in totality. Yeah. And then, of course, take it from there. All right, Keller, quickly, just before we head up with on a slot. Keller, I think he played.
He played against Bournemouth, was it? Was it Bournemouth he played against? And the Champions League game as well.
He played only Bournemouth and West Ham.
Oh, the cup game. Okay, yeah.
I think if Alisson's in good, I think Kelleher should be there as well, man. Performances when he's played has been very good. The goal he conceded against West Ham was own goal, isn't it?
Own goal, yeah.
And he didn't concede against Bournemouth, did he?
No.
Yeah. He's been good, man. He's been good, and he's like some of his passing is better than Ali's, isn't it? So Ali be doing that weird Travella thing, what he can't do, blood. Just to prove it.
Why do you keep, in my head, I'm like, why do you keep trying?
How many times he gets injured off doing that as well, bro? It stinks, bro. Stop doing it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, you can't really. On a slot, what are we saying in terms of how has he managed this month? So looking at, his substitutions, have you been happy with them? Tactically in game, before game and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't legislate for certain things, but,
You said the Forest game was this month, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't forget. You know what? I feel like a lot of people have forgotten, but you see, when we went 1-0 down, some of his changes were actually mad,
Terrible, bro.
Like, mad,
terrible.
bro.
They were terrible.
I'm seeing Bradley play, like, I think we switched to 3 at the back, and Bradley was one of the centre-backs, and Shimikas was the other one, with Virgil.
Bro, it was like a left-back, centre-back, right-back. Like, it was so weird the way I looked at it.
The game when he fingered, when he put, he made the sub and put Trent in midfield and put...
Yeah. Literally.
So obviously, I wanted to get the negative out of the way first. That
wasn't it. You know why that didn't make no sense? Because you know what Trent did? He just did the same thing he was doing all game. But I was like, so you moved him into midfield for him to just do what he was already doing. You might as well have not brought Bradley on then and brought another attack on if that's the case.
Literally, but listen, so said, so done. But yeah, obviously he's got the 4 out of 5 victories. Obviously, as Liverpool have. But yeah, just more of a tactical thing in terms of how we kind of. I think, the Forest game, that's where I think, you definitely dropped.
Forest tactics. AC, we started slow, but I don't think that's his fault. That was like...
Yeah.
But
it's like...
Yeah, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, on that point, before you continue, like I said at the beginning of the stream, that's been a reoccurring theme, though, this month.
Yeah, I agree. It's just that the AC one, the goal was like almost instant, bro. Like, I don't even think the man had the chance to get shape properly to even start slow blood. It's just quick time. There's a goal, but you are right in the other games. And I remember I told you yesterday that when I heard him say he was talking about, the first 20 minutes of games, teams start to tire after a bit, so we let them do whatever. I'm like, well, the boys ain't comfortable enough to let them do that, so you might have to come out of the blocks themselves, bro. They're not good enough on the ball to let other teams do that. Now I'm talking about from like. Remember, Ipswich, the first half weren't good either, bro. They weren't all over us, bro. They just didn't score. So, this month, Wolves, his tactics was shit, but then we were rubbish. So, Nottingham, rubbish. Bournemouth, good. West Ham, good. AC Milan, by the end of the game, good. Although, the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes were terrible, bro. Last 10 minutes of the AC Milan, that's when everyone started getting run over, bro.
Bro, it was mad. It was actually mad.
So I think it's been, I guess, with the results as well. I guess good to average. Yeah,
I take good. I agree with good.
Yeah, I will go with that as well. And as I said before as well, the way that Liverpool play, I'm not comfortable with this whole. We give the opposition too much space to do things because of the way that we want to press, and then they can just cut us open like we saw against Wolves, but we saw against Bournemouth, and we saw against Forest. Like there's been a bit AC Milan to some degree. Too many games where I'm looking at them and I'm like, bro, like the way you want the team to play, as Savage said, on the ball, it looks fine at times, right? Majority of times, should I say? Sorry. Out of possession, though, I don't like the way.
Hey, what is that thing though? I know we spoke about it yesterday, and he brought up earlier, and he thought it was the Bosnia's fault, but I'm saying it's a tactic. It's in every game. What? And it's not like I haven't coached before and anything. I know football, but what the fuck is that shit when it's Bosnia's pressing the head of? It's so dumb, bro. Bosnia pressing the head of the attacker, so he runs past Jota or runs past Nunes, and he presses the goalkeeper. And I'm like, bro, do you know that everyone in the league plays the ball up from the back now? So all what normally happens is the goalkeeper passes it to the left back or the other centre back, and he plays it straight into the middle of the park, and then they just run at us, blood. And that's what happened against Wolves as well. Every time the goalkeeper just passed the ball, I'll just give it to my man Andre. I'll just give it to Andre. I'll give it to my, and then boom, Lamina, ball in the middle, and now you've got Sabazla having to chase the man back, bro.
But you know what, Sav? Like you're saying, I do think it is a tactic, but I also feel like there's times where Sabazla is like he's overcompensating, because you know when you're just playing shit offensively, you're like, oh shit, let me do something, let me do something good defensively.
No, I hear it.
Because as soon as he missed that goal, I'm not joking, the next shot was him pressing the keeper, bro. The next time I saw Sabazla it was like 2 minutes later.
Yeah. You always have to pretend that no one's looking at it and just do
yeah, like, oh shit, I need to make up for that. Let me try and put some extra
I
yards.
used to do that in Sunday League, but if I done I'll just 2-foot the next man, blood.
It's so, you know, I was just thinking about it. Yeah, it's almost like it's just me guessing, because I agree with everything Andy just said here. Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, suppose like, I bet you just chill, because if everyone else isn't on the same wave as you, just look dumb now. You're just doing your own thing. But I almost feel like because he wants to play so narrow, he almost tries to squeeze the pitch. So if Dom goes, in my head anyway, the only thing I can think of is Dom going to, let's say Dom's going to press whatever, the goalkeeper or whatever. If Salah then comes in, if Jota and Diaz then come in, if Trent then comes in from his right back position, all of a sudden you're almost squeezing that space. But then what then happens? You're leaving the space out wide.
Yeah, it's not that somebody shouldn't.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's not the fact that he's got somebody pressing the keep. That should happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The attacker's clearly the one who's closest to the goalkeeper. He's right by the goalkeeper. So why would the attacker not be the one to do that? And I'm watching every time I've watched it with Nunes and Jota, I'm like, no, both times they've stood still and Zabazla is the one who's. And I'm like, what the fuck is, mate? You know what? Maybe Slot's just got a rubbish tactic there. That might be the thing that I ain't afraid to say. That's just stupid. I don't like it, bro. And when people can play good football, we do that against like Brighton and them teams and all that. Get bro. I ain't seen someone try to play the ball into Foden or De Bruyne there, blood, and we just now we're on the back foot.
Yeah, no. And this is why it's going to be interesting to see how we do. But guys, those are the ratings. Obviously, I screenshotted it anyway. If you're watching the video, you can screenshot it your damn self. So, of course, excellent we've got in there is Ryan Gravenberch. No one in very poor. I know some of you wanted to throw some people in there, but no one in very poor this time. And yeah, we got more good, but it seems average and poor. Yeah, I mean, like it seems like
the positive to this is we're at the top of the table, and this is our ranking. So that's
literally. You know what's mad? I feel like you said this the other day, unless I'm just getting deja vu. I feel like you said this the other day, because I was just about to show the league table anyway. But yeah, top of the league, cannot complain. 1 point ahead of 1 point ahead of City. We've lost the game, which is jokes, because it's usually the other way around. Like we've not lost the game and they've lost the game and they're still top. So it's good to see that. Only unbeaten teams are, from what I can see here, is Man City and Arsenal, which is very, very ironic to see that we are ahead of them. Chelsea not too far behind. So please do not sleep on Chelsea Football Club. And then obviously the Champions League.
Oh yeah, because Villa and Chelsea's things are identical as well. It's not even Villa and Chelsea are the same.
I mean, we're playing Chelsea soon, aren't we? After the Palace game. Is it after the Palace game?
Yes, I'm going to get the fixtures up right now, actually, because I didn't know who the hell we actually had coming.
You saying to you, we're going to see you in the Holmesdale end again at Palace, yeah, at Selhurst Park?
But it's this weekend. I thought I was hoping the game was going to be next weekend. Otherwise, I would roll. I'd fully roll, bro. Okay. You know I'll be there. You know, I'm trying though. I'm trying to see if I can move some things around. But yeah, if I can go, I'm 100% there at that game. Champions League, you can see we're one game, so we're sitting in 7th position at the moment. Obviously, we want to finish in that top 8, because I do not want to finish in those 8th to 22nd position. This league table is crap. I absolutely hate it. There's way too many teams in here. But of course, we've got quite a few big games coming up this month. There we go. So obviously we've got Bologna coming up on Wednesday for this month. Then of course, as Andy said, we've got Palace. Then we got Chelsea at home, RB Leipzig away, Arsenal.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that game was coming up so fast, but we have got Arsenal at the Emirates on the 27th Yeah, massive. Especially if they keep winning and we keep winning, it's definitely going to be a massive game. And then I don't know when this Carabao Cup fixture is going to get put in. I feel like they put the date, but maybe they've got to just figure it out.
Wait, don't we have Brighton back to back again after that? Wait, what's the game after that Brighton game?
Brighton, I think it's Brighton after that as well.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Brighton.
Oh, yeah, you got Brighton back to back. Okay, yeah, mad.
And then obviously.
Oh yeah, because that's the one. I said
that
to you,
November month looking.
See, that's what I said to you, and it might as well just stay in Brighton for the weekend. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. True. Can't lie, yeah, Brighton. Yeah, that. Yeah, man. Yeah, really. October, November.
We got Man City and Real Madrid, and it's not. Bro, Leverkusen and Villa next to each other, and then look at it. Leverkusen and Villa. Then we got Southampton. Then we got Real Madrid and Man City. Blood.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Brighton.
Oh my god, blood.
Massive Brighton. Then you got Leverkusen. Then you got Villa. Southampton's like where you're rest back.
Is City game at home or is it at Anfield?
It's at home. It's at home. Yeah, it's at home still. This is where we're going to see if Slot is the guy. You know,
them games is that it's at home, bro. Because, bro.
Listen, man, it's gonna be like I said. After this month, I think we're gonna get a way better idea of the team because we're gonna face, certain. I'm really, the game. I'm really looking forward to the Brighton game. I am because I just want to see how you face against that type of team.
Yeah, same.
Because of the way that they play, Palace is gonna be. Boy, listen, he better hope that the man don't try to dash out.
I'll tell you what game, bro. Villa's an iffy one, yeah, because forget what you saw against the Arsenal game. If they get their chances, they'll probably put it away, bro.
Yeah. Because even though I know Ollie Watkins isn't putting the ball away as much as he should, he's starting to now. Like now I can see he's getting into a bit of groove. Like I'm like, eesh, don't really need him to do that. But guys, big up to everybody. That is September monthly review. As I said, guys, head on over to Ends once the stream has finished. We will be over there chatting about Mo Salah as always. Big up Tyler as well for the super chat again, man. Much appreciated. Honestly, did actually have a question. Sorry, I forgot to ask. Honestly, question: should Dom lower his own expectations because he said it in interviews? He really sets the bar extremely high. He wants to win trophies every time.
Nah, yeah. Don't be a bum.
Nah, he needs to stop chatting though, man. The man thing. Cause he chats like he's this killer, bro. He chats like he's Haaland, like the fucking Haaland version of Cams, bro. Big man thing. I think he's been spending too much time with Haaland, bro. You're not that guy, bro. He's either mad deluded or he's just mad arrogant, bro. Big man thing, I don't understand.
And he just doesn't like Szoboszlai, bro. Like, I can feel the energy like behind Szoboszlai. It's mad.
It's man see Cole Palmer banging 4 goals from 10, bro. And I see my 10 just pressing goalkeepers. I'm like, nah, man. This can't be the life, bro. This can't be the life, bro. Big man thing. Fuck me.
Oh, listen, man. Conversation for another day.
When's Elliot back, man? That's what I want to know, really.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't actually know when he's back. It would have been interesting seeing if Elliot was, like, if he was available now, what that would look like with him in the team. But we'll wait and see, man. Wait and see. Guys, as I said, Savage Talks Football and Wrestling, please head on over there, subscribe. But yeah, as I said, we'll be on Enzo's stream in the next minute or two. So make sure you stay tuned, locked in. Big up Annie as well for joining us this morning / after
Big up, bro.
noon. Big up everybody in the chat. Peace.